All right. Welcome, everybody, to today's presentation. My name is Christina Amon, and I have been partnered with this company, with this movement, with this community for 6 years, and am really passionate about sharing these stories, these solutions. And I'll be joined here today with a few other speakers who are also passionate to break down to you what we have, why now, and what we're doing in the new year to bring it all together. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story and my background. I have been cultivating land into a farm homestead retreat center for about 20 years. I came from a background of studying sustainable agriculture and permaculture in college and really seeking to do the full raw land transformation into a sanctuary. So by the time that I discovered these superfoods with this company called Purium that we're here to share about, I had been growing gardens, eating our own food. I went periods of time of literally living off the land, eating all the food that we were growing and local close by orchards and farms. I had birthed 2 children, and I was actually quite skeptical when I heard about the superfoods. I thought, I'm already organic, I'm already growing my own food, I'm probably as healthy as can be. I'm not sure that these foods would really have anything to offer myself. And I was literally blown away to experience within days of trying these superfoods a feeling of being so deeply nourished for the first time in my life. And I had experienced everything from growing up, kind of standard American diet. I had been raw vegan. I had cleansed and fasted. I had been vegetarian. I had gone back to eating animal products after being depleted, which I didn't know what depletion was until I was no longer depleted. And that happened as a result of bringing these superfoods into my life and feeling that deep nourishment. I was eating animal products at the time, and within 2 weeks realized I didn't crave them. I didn't have any interest in animal products myself. It's not a requirement of this transformation. It's just a personal choice. And I was able to listen to my body so much more deeply by flooding the body with this deep cellular nutrition and detoxifying gently, gradually. I could really connect the taste, my taste buds, what was yummy to me and what my body was calling in were really one and the same. So I eliminated a lifetime of eczema, a lifetime of digestive disorders, brain fog, and kind of mild depression from just being a mom with 2 small children and the full load of life. I had tons of energy. I would literally spring out of bed. I lost a little bit of weight, not that I had a lot of weight to gain, but just kind of that excess, and suddenly felt this feeling of lightness in my body. I started to really gain muscle and become athletic for the first time in my life. I, let's see what else. I found my teeth turn white. They had really grown brown and black striations from that depletion that I didn't know even what it was from. So I experienced a health transformation that was really profound, and yet I thought this wouldn't even be for me. So that really had me excited about sharing, and I had to understand why. If I'm already eating organic, I'm already growing my own food, why are these superfoods so unique and unlike anything else I'd experienced? Because I had dabbled in some other superfoods out there, and yet I had never felt this way. So I've come to realize that there's some unique properties about Purium. Number one, the soil that these foods are grown in is everything. Most soils on the planet nowadays, 97 to 99% of our soils are actually depleted of nutrients. Most of the farming and deforestation and all of that has really stripped the soil of nutrients, and most farming practices don't put the nutrients back in, except for regenerative farming, which I think is like 1% of the farming out there. So these foods are grown in regeneratively grown soil, but before that, it's on this ancient lava lake bed where there's 96 to 99 feet of topsoil compressed into this incredible garden bed for these foods to be grown in. So the soil is incredible and so mineral rich, number one. Then the way that these foods are dehydrated is unlike anything else. They are literally grown, harvested, washed, juiced, all in real time on site, and then low temperature dehydrated by wind. So instead of heat, the juice crystals in the water are blown apart from each other. And those juice crystals, which are now in powder form and literally look like crystals, when you look at them, they glisten, are then packaged in compostable packaging and then shipped to your door. So the amount of nutrients and enzymes that are encapsulated in that process is also unlike anything else out there. And you feel that potency when most people, and go ahead if you've experienced these products, when you bring these products into your body, you feel this feeling like a balloon being inflated or a wilted flower being watered finally, of like really coming back to life. And it's for those two reasons. And the third reason is the purity standards. So this is a mission-driven company that is really devoted to helping humanity thrive. We live in a food crisis, we live in a chemical crisis, and the solution of these superfoods was a way to say, how can we bring the most nutrient-dense, pure, clean, organic food to the most people? And this was the solution. So when these products come to the manufacturing facility to then be shipped out, there's an in-house microbiologist and a multi-tiered system of contaminant detection, and absolutely zero contaminants are tolerated. So mold levels, glyphosate levels, pesticides, herbicides, heavy metals, all of that is discarded if it ever is to be found. Whereas many companies, even organic, even superfoods, will tolerate a percentage of these contaminants for the purpose of increasing profit margin. So this being a mission-driven company rather than a profit-driven company, we are really blessed to be able to trust the purity standards here. And the fourth thing I want to mention is this idea of glyphosate. Drop a 1 in the comments if you've heard of glyphosate, drop a 2 if you haven't. This is what Roundup is. And I could talk forever about it, but essentially it is a major crisis in our world today. It was promised by Monsanto Bayer Corporation when it came out to be a safe herbicide for growing food and for landscaping, and turns out to be water soluble, which means it has entered the waterways, the soil, human health, gut microbiomes, breast milk, umbilical cords. It's basically everywhere and very unavoidable. And so the founder owner of the company, we have two founder owners, Amy Venner and Dave Sandoval, visionary that he is, saw this coming crisis and said, I'm going to develop the first and only product that can actually chelate out, remove the glyphosate from the gut, and repair the gut microbiome. Glyphosate has been linked to autism and cancer and autoimmune issues and all kinds of health disorders. So this product alone is crucial. And you're going to hear more about it as part of our bigger program. But for those 4 reasons, this company Purium stands apart from other superfoods out there, from other organic food, from other food in general, and is something that I can personally really get behind. So I actually want to bring on a couple of quick stories to hear from real people who have just recently experienced these products for the first time. And first, I'm going to bring on Sarah, if you're able to come off mute and share your testimonial.
Hi, Christina. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and just for witnessing me and everybody who's experienced this. You already know like how transformative it is. So here's my story. So I spent my whole life, like many people, just like Christina was saying, on the sad standard American diet, very nutritionally depleted. Never even knew that I was nutritionally depleted though. And yeah, just lots of like the fast food, the junk food, the frozen food, and that was just food to me though. It's like you eat to not feel hungry, basically. You don't really eat to feel nourished, and that was just not a concept I was really familiar with. And then when I became an adult and I joined the Navy, it was even worse because there's a very strong, like kind of cynical culture around food, and you eat what's available. Especially when you're deployed, you eat what's there, and it doesn't feel good, but you don't know any different. And then I felt like I was struggling. Sorry about that. I felt like I was struggling on a lot of levels, and obviously I am a mom. And so when I became pregnant too, it was really hard. I had postpartum depression with my first one. I was struggling with brain fog. I had fluctuated like 60 pounds, and it was just like I was all over the place, memory loss, like all kinds of big problems. So there was a point where my husband and I decided to do a transformation for ourselves and started eating a lot healthier. And that was great. And I think, I got to like that 75%, like that plateau where it's like, okay, I feel better, but I could be feeling much better. I honestly believed that. And so I heard about through a friend of mine. She had been sharing about these products. She was in her third trimester. She was very health conscious. And I was like, what are you doing? Let me know about that. And so after getting with her and then getting with Christina, and then I tried the products myself, and it has been ultimate lifestyle transformation is almost like an understatement because I feel so much more vibrant. I feel like I am a much brighter and more like there's so much vitality in the things that I want to put my time into every single day. I love that I'm nourishing myself. My brain like just functions better. I feel like my brain and my gut are just online and functioning at a level I've never been able to before. And I know that I'm nourishing myself, and like I'm so grateful to be able to nourish my babies too. So it has been absolutely amazing, and I just feel so much more connected, and I'm so grateful to have this experience. So that's been my story. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Sarah. I know how many moms have been nourished and saved and literally come back to life from this nourishment. If that's you, let us know in the comments. Myself as well. I think I forgot to mention I had had two small children, and this was a crucial piece of really regaining life and body back. So thank you so much for sharing your story, and I just can't wait to see what unfolds. Myself, even 6 years into it, it just keeps getting better, which is also pretty profound. So I want to bring on our next story. This is Armida. Take it away. Let us know what you've experienced in your modified version of the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation.
Hi, thanks so much. You can hear me okay? Thank you, Christina, for the opportunity to share the story. And thanks everybody for being here again to witness, as previously said. So I kind of, I got tired of having this roll around my waist, and I was a cyclist, and I ate well.
Could I interrupt you for a quick moment? Something's rubbing on the mic and it's really loud. So there you go. It was your jacket. Your jacket. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, let me take that off. Thank you
that's
for letting
good.
me know. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, so saying I had this roll around my waist, and it felt like there wasn't anything I could do to get that down, and I kind of felt like there was something that my body wasn't taking in or feeling nourished substantially. And so a friend suggested I try this superfood, and I was really interested, and I wanted to jump in, and so I did. And you know, in that meantime that I started this this program, I also twisted my knee really bad, and so my focus went from the fat on my waist to my twisted knee, and so I couldn't be active anymore. Like, I'm a cyclist and a runner, and I couldn't do those things. So what I realized and witnessed about my experience was that I felt lighter. I felt like clearer. The complaining started diminishing, and I also was experiencing that my skin was getting clearer. I didn't focus on that, but a friend was mentioning that my skin was clear. Like, what was I doing? And so into about the fifth week, I realized I was losing weight. the fat was going down around my waist, and I was so excited. I told my partner, and who also came on board, and so I am realizing that I'm still losing weight in my thighs and rear, and we're also actually spending less money on food, which has been awesome, because we realize that we're not overbuying. Like, we feel pretty satisfied. And also what I realized is that I also started getting Can't Beat This, and I would mix it with the amino acids, and that really gave me a big energy boost. But I also realized that when I was really having a hard time, and I was in a complaining mind, I couldn't get control of my brain and switch it over to positive thoughts. I was like, I'm going to get some Can't Beat This, and I'm going to get some aminos, and I'm just going to drink that. And I would drink it. Within a few minutes, I felt like I was plugged into the wall and energized, and like, anything is possible. Yeah, let's do it. So it's really been positive experience for me. It's been a positive experience in my relationship. And we've also been grateful to have, more of what we really want, rather than an overflow of foods that really don't nourish us. So I'm very grateful for having this opportunity to be a part of this tribe. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing, and I'm so happy for you to get that relief. And that Can't Beat This is a great add-on to our basic programs, our ultimate lifestyle variation programs that I'm going to turn it over to Rachel to tell us all about. Thank you so much, Armida.
Thank you.
So, hi everyone. Thank you. I love hearing these stories. It's always so inspiring. I personally have a story as well, and I'm going to show you what we're talking about. This, if you're wondering, what is this protocol everyone's talking about, this 30, 60, 90 day, I'm going to show it to you in just a moment. But first, I wanted to share that this also transformed my life. I had been struggling for 9 years from Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disorder of the thyroid. Now, put in the comments if you have ever struggled with brain fog. Just drop a 2 if you've ever struggled with brain fog. You feel like you have a frog in your brain. And if you're ever struggling or have struggled with sleep, drop me a 3. If you've sleep, having trouble falling asleep, having trouble staying asleep, having trouble staying, having consistent sleep and feeling energy in the morning, drop me a 3. So I was struggling with all these things that I'm mentioning. I mean, everything I'm telling you is this is what I was going through. If you've ever had problems with digestion, bloating, constipation, diarrhea, whatever, trouble with, if that's too personal, you don't have to share, but 4 if you struggle with digestion, if that's been an issue for you, I was struggling with that. Energy, exhaustion. If you've ever struggled with exhaustion, just trying to get through the day, needing to have lots of naps. I used to have naps all through the day. Drop me a 5 if you can relate to just needing more energy. Just I have tried everything. I was one of those people. The only thing I wouldn't do was coffee, because I just was never a coffee drinker, but I was always exhausted, depleted. I would have to take a nap before I'd go into the store, take a nap when I got out of the store, take a nap on my way home, take a nap when I got home. So it was 4 naps in an hour, little power naps, here and there. So all these things I was struggling with. Okay, somebody gave all of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if you can relate to struggling with weight, geez, I have this kind of there must be some kind of hormone imbalance. I'm either struggling to get to the weight that I'm used to, or maybe it's, I'm wanting to drop weight, or even if you're wanting to gain weight, if you're someone who's ever struggled with that, drop me what number we're on, 6, drop me a 6 if you struggle with weight. So these are all things that I was struggling with, and I had been struggling with for 9 years. I did everything. I went to Western medicine. I went to Eastern medicine, acupuncture, naturopaths. I was told, just get on these pills and that'll take care of your symptoms for the rest of your life. And it was going to be forever. And I was like, I do not want to get on these artificial thyroid medications, because I knew that would make my thyroid stop working. I had been studying Ayurveda. I became an Ayurvedic practitioner to try to save myself, and that didn't work either. So luckily, someone tagged me in a post on Facebook about it. And I was like, oh my God, this person has my story. Like, I need to do what they're doing. This is so amazing. I reached out to them, and was able to get started. And I could not believe it. And I was already eating organic. I was already doing, the health food, all that stuff. Nothing would put a dent in it. And within the first 10 days, all of those symptoms, 1 through 6, I think we got to, disappeared. Literally, my energy was right back where it was before. My brain fog was gone. I could remember people's names. I could stay in conversations. I was no longer embarrassed. My digestion completely transformed. All of a sudden, I had regular digestion. And if you've never, okay, I'm gonna say, if you've never gone poop 2 or 3 times a day, you're missing out. Let me just say, okay. I've been missing out on that my whole life and I had no idea. All right. So anyway, this helped me get regular. So I have to say, it was just like amazing. Everyone calls me the poop fairy because it's my favorite conversation. But literally that it's so important to transform your gut health, because everything is related to your gut. If you transform your gut, everything else kind of follows. And then all of a sudden I was absorbing more nutrients because my gut health got better from these products. And then I started absorbing more nutrients, and there's so much nutrients in these products that it actually curbed my hunger. And as I became more alkaline, I stopped needing acidic foods. I stopped craving acidic foods, because the more alkaline you become with food, the less you start craving acidic food. So it was like completely transforming me from the inside out. I was like running up mountains. All of a sudden I wanted to go to the gym. All of a sudden I wanted to work out, which had never been on my bucket list before. Like, working out wasn't even on my list. I was like, that does not sound fun at all. Never going to do that. I'll dance. That's it. And pretty soon I was weightlifting, and pretty soon I was competing. And then all of a sudden I became a champion competitive bodybuilder, world champion, got my pro cup, won several titles. And it was just like a miracle. I thought, I couldn't have even imagined this for myself, but I knew it was because I was at the peak nutrition. And so that put me at peak health. By the age of 44, I was at peak health at age 44. So at age 42, my life was over. And at age 44, my life began. At age 44, my life was at its peak. I was at peak health. So it was amazing. It's been 8 years since I started those products, and I literally have not had any symptoms since. I now have good blood work. All of a sudden, I'm no longer anemic. I don't even eat meat anymore, and I'm no longer anemic. So that was weird. I was like, wait, what? How's that possible? But since then, I've become a regenerative health practitioner because I wanted to understand more about nutrition, because this is so fascinating to me. So now I understand all that, but we're not going to go there tonight. All you need to know is what these things do. And so I'm going to do a quick screen share here so you can see what's in this ultimate lifestyle pack. Now we do this, you can do this for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or forever, like me. But what we suggest is just do it for a good 60 to 90 days so you can feel what it's like, but you just buy 30 days at a time. And so this is the first pack. This is what it looks like. You get to choose your shakes. There's some different flavors you can choose from, but these are like one drink of this is this equivalent to 12 salads. So if you're not eating enough salads or greens in your life and you could use more, well, one drink is going to give you 12 salads right here. Okay. Talk about energy, like this is fuel. This apothecary juice right here, this is really amazing tart cherry juice. This actually helps with deep sleep. It has naturally occurring melatonin, and it's the highest antioxidant fruit in the world. So deep sleep in a bottle. This was amazing. I started sleeping through the night. I started sleeping. I didn't wake up at 3 a.m. anymore. I didn't wake up at 6 a.m. anymore. I was able to sleep a solid like 7 to 8 hours, which was a miracle. And then I felt energized in the morning. Like I said, I started waking up and working out. The super cleansers, you just take for 10 days. These are only just like, it's like give your gut a cleanse and to just like help restore everything. Over here on the left, this is the Biomedic. Now this is our flagship product. This is one of the most important things that we have right now in these times, because we talked about glyphosate, the toxin in Roundup. You can't cook it out. You can't wash it off your foods. But if you take Biomedic, this actually is the only clinically proven product that will remove glyphosate from your system. It'll remove 75% in 6 weeks. So Biomedic. And over here, we're going to move over to the super aminos. This is plant-based protein. Like literally what all protein is broken down into is aminos. And these are a patented formula, the super aminos, because it's the same ratio to each other is our body uses to make muscle. So these super aminos, the ratio of aminos to each other is what's important in this formula. It's the same that our body uses to make muscle. So this is actually given to coma patients to help them, their muscles not atrophy. So now you give it to somebody like me, a bodybuilder, and boom, right? Or somebody who doesn't work out, and all of a sudden they're going to start feeling toned, they're going to feel more energy, they're going to feel stronger, it's going to strengthen their muscles. It's just going to create amazing, amazing life for you. We also have packs that include the collagen, the dark berry collagen, which isn't in this picture, sorry. The dark berry collagen is amazing. It's this protein powder, and our body builds collagen, you guys, if you give it the right nutrients. You do not need to take collagen. In fact, it's less productive to try to take collagen and eat collagen than to actually drink the nutrients that actually cause your body to build collagen. So you can rebuild, if you have bad knees, you struggle with knee issues, you can like rebuild that collagen, rebuild the collagen tissues in your face. My hair would not grow for years. And all of a sudden, when I started drinking that dark berry and doing the collagen pack, my hair grew like 3 inches, and it's like all of a sudden, you know, down past my chest. So that was a miracle. I'm like, okay, this stuff works. And it comes with a shaker bottle and a tape measure if you like. Those are optional. Notice these are all plastic free. So this is, even though it's silver, it's actually just organic minerals. So this is literally made from non-plastic packaging. So we're getting better and better all the time. These are going to be out of plastic soon. And we are just, you know, in this world of really trying to make a difference. That's really important to the company. And so this is only $11 a day. And this includes 2 meals a day for a month. So this is 60 of your 90 meals, including your supplements. It will literally replace your food bill. So I saved at least $300 when I started doing this, $300 a month. And so it literally is going to replace 60 of your 90 meals. So you're buying your food up front, which is really beautiful. It makes it so easy. And then you can, you know, get a smart order, which will give you, there's all these ways you can get discounts. And we're going to give you those secrets, because if you get a smart order and you order monthly, well, guess what? You're going to actually get $10 plus more off of your superfoods each month. So it's going to actually give you an additional discount towards future orders. So there's all these different ways to save, and you'll learn that from whoever invited you. They have a gift code for you, and you can use that at checkout, and you'll get your 25% off your first order. And yeah, it's going to give you, so the total comes to, after the retail value is $429, you're going to get $100 off. So it'll be $329 for the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation customizable. I always say customizable because you can customize your shakes if you want. So get with the person who invited you, and you'll have a chance to do this with us. And I'm going to let Christina talk about our container, because we have this beautiful group of people doing this together and facilitators for you for this group transformation. And so I'm going to pass it back to you, Christina.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I always love hearing your story and your presentation. And yeah, so I want to say that there are multiple ways that you can participate in this transformation. You might be a pregnant or nursing mother, and you're going to do it in a different way than an athlete's going to do it, than somebody who has a heavy toxic load and is going to really go for a deeper detox. So we have very many ways to do this. They all kind of stem from the basic ultimate lifestyle transformation that Rachel presented, but you can customize yours to focus on immune function support, on athleticism, on gut health, on collagen building and beauty from within. So again, get with the person to figure out which package is right for your personal health goals. And all of you can also find a program that fits with your personal dietary choices. So it can be, you can have a paleo program, you can have a keto program, you can have a raw vegan program, you know, whatever it is that fits you, we're here to accommodate. And that is something that I feel is so beautiful about this program. There's no doctrine. This is you doing you, and you nourishing and being supported and feeling great. So I wanted to mention all that. And Our support container is something that, again, you can choose to be as involved in the community as you want, or if you want to do your own personal journey, quieter and in the privacy of your own home without tapping into community, it's your choice. The package is designed so that you could literally open your box and get all the resources you need to take yourself on the journey. And if you like that additional layer of support of community, we have an app that you'll be able to get for free called Mighty Networks, where we have recipes and tips and guided meditations and exercise classes, fitness. We will be having live Zooms where people can do intention setting and do question and answer. We have sound healing as part of the facilitators of this particular January whole being renewal. And many other offerings. And you can check it all out, and somebody can drop this in the chat, at a website called nourishresetrenew.com. So you can see the facilitators in there, and you can get more information about our transformation. So with that, I want to announce a couple of prize winners. And the first, so we have two prizes that we are raffling off. So thank you everybody who came. One of them is this collagen building support. This is a brand new product, and it's a protein shake, dark berry, and it's absolutely delicious. Nourishresetrenew.com. Maybe somebody can type that in. And our first winner who's going to win this shake, thank you for being here and getting the information, is Monique Brica. Monique Brica, congratulations. You are the winner of the dark berry protein. You're going to be so excited. And this is something you can customize and choose. Yep, so excited for you. And you can have that be part of your ULT when you come to order it. And our second winner is going to win the Biomedic. This is the one that's pulling out the glyphosate. Everyone can benefit from this. You don't have to do a whole deep transformation to just get that glyphosate out and have better gut health. And the winner of this one is Antonio Fernandez. So congratulations, Antonio. And thank you to everybody who's here. We are going to actually talk now about how you can, by sharing your story, just like you've heard these stories today, can tap into referral marketing and residual income with this. So for those of you who would like to stay on and hear about how you can get your products paid for, all the way up to tapping into an unlimited stream of income that can become passive and residual, we're going to stay on for a little bit longer and talk about the business. The prices are the same if you choose to be a customer. Thank you for being here for that portion. And if you choose to be a brand partner with us, the prices are exactly the same. So you don't need to choose to be a brand partner to get a better discount. So I wanted to say that. And I'll start by telling a little bit about my story. Coming up with the initial funds to buy my package was a financial stretch for me and my family at the time. And there may be people on this call who feel the same. That you may not feel the same. You might realize this is the best investment I can make. I needed to make it yesterday. But for me, I knew that it was going to be hard, and I knew that I would want to continue a maintenance program with these products. If it really was everything that everybody was saying and it was all great, I knew I'd want to continue. So I decided I better take a look at this business. And by taking a look at this business and learning how I could share and be mentored into this business model, I was actually able to create an income stream over time. And this was me in part-time hours as a stay-at-home mom with two small children, trying to cultivate this farm with no budget of our own. My husband working 80-hour weeks, trying to bring in some income to develop this land and take care of our family. I was able to create, by leveraging this business model, I was able to rise to the top of the company, become one of the top leaders, and create an income stream that allowed him to retire, have an incoming, continually flowing residual income to develop the land and increase the buildings and the infrastructure and the solar system and the orchards and gardens on the land, as well as create a budget for playing and recreating with our boys, which is really important to us. So we get to really center our family and have a lot of play. And just recently, my husband has been able to devote a lot of time to one of his greatest passions, which is paragliding, and now getting his airplane pilot's license. And he went ahead and bought himself a private airplane, which is still amazing to me coming out of my mouth. And we got to recently just fly over the erupting volcano that's out our backyard. So these all sound to me like, even 6 years later, a miracle. And at the time that I started, I couldn't even believe something like this was possible, but I had a glimmer of belief, enough to say, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to receive the coaching and mentorship and see what I can do with this business model. And that's what I've been able to create, and also help many, many other people rise up into those same leadership positions and create their dream life and have more time for what matters most in life. So I want to actually turn it over to somebody else who has an amazing story. Tanya, please share with us your story and how the business has really transformed your life and what hope you have for your future.
Hi, thank you, Christina. I'm always so inspired by you and the life that you created for yourself. So yeah, I have been a fitness and nutrition coach for over 20 years, and had a brick and mortar fitness studio downtown in my small town for about 4 years before COVID hit. And I love what I do. I'm super passionate about it. But I was burning out, actually, because I was the sole teacher and coach, and it wasn't scalable. And I was looking at doing a teacher training and all these things. And simultaneously, about 3 years ago, a little bit more than that, had a mini health crisis of my own. And that's when I found this protocol that truly gave me my life back. And so obviously I started bringing it into my studio, and sharing it with people who I knew would benefit from it. But it was just sort of part of the services that I offered. And I was very focused on the fitness aspect. And then COVID hit. And I was, like probably so many people here, a deer in the headlights, shocked, couldn't imagine that I was going to be closed down and all of that, but it is ultimately what happened. And I quickly pivoted, turned everything online, started teaching online classes and all of that, and noticed that kind of happening on the sidelines was this bank account that I had set up for my Purium clients, like the money that was coming in, and it had been like slowly growing. I wasn't really paying attention to it. And then COVID hit, and I started noticing, oh my God, there's money here, and I haven't even been working on that. And so I decided, not only could I take care of my family during this tumultuous, ridiculous time, as a single mother working from home now, but the aha moment went off for me after doing this for so many years, that I actually was going to be able to serve so many more people doing it virtually, and the transformative effect of actually really working nutritionally with people, which I had been doing, but as a sideline. Again, the fitness was always central to me. And what I had started to notice was that if I could get people to shift what was in their kitchens and on their plates, that was really transforming people's lives. It was really, really immediate and more impactful, frankly. And so I was thrilled to be able to switch my focus, go much more into nutrition coaching, utilizing this protocol, which I was able to do from home. And I've since now, for 3 years, 2.5 years, been helping hundreds more people in my classes in my studio, I was helping, I was doing some one-on-one, but mostly classes of just 10 people, and couldn't couldn't do a whole lot more than that. But with this business model, I'm able to help hundreds and all over. I have clients now on the East Coast and even Costa Rica and all kinds of things. So I am eternally grateful, not only for this absolutely life-changing nutrition that has given me my life back, and I don't go a day without it, but to have this opportunity to survive financially as a single mother during COVID, and to be even doing more of what I'm super passionate about, which is truly helping people up-level their health and expand their awareness about what is wrong with our food systems, and that I have a solution to help them bridge the huge gap between I feel like I'm eating okay, but I'm sick. So this has been the greatest gift of my career. I wish I had discovered this decades ago. It feels like I'm stepping into the most transformative work I've ever done. And it's because I have this tool now that's so easy to share with people, and that is allowing me to stay home and be with my kiddo, who I've just decided is going to be homeschooling. So that's my story. It's very exciting, and I can't wait for next year. And I would encourage, as I tell my younger siblings, find multiple forms of revenue, but a residual form of revenue. Start now and just watch what happens with your bank account, because it really, really is powerful. And of course, I believe that, this is the best nutrition on the planet. And so if you're going to be helping people transform lives, this is where you should be. But residual income it's a game changer, and I think it's the future. And so I invite people to check it out.
Beautiful, Tanya. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And drop a 8 in the comments if you are familiar with residual income, and drop a 9 if it's a little unclear what that means. When I started with this, all I knew of residuals was like, music artists who got paid for music that they made, even when they weren't making music anymore. That's all I knew about residual. So that is the concept, that you are continuing to get paid even after you've done the initial work. And that's the same concept here. The residual income does not land in your lap. You build it by investing part-time hours now, and then later in your career, you're actually getting paid back, not only in money, but in time. And time is our most precious resource. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to be here. And what excites me so much is how, especially mothers, especially people who are passionate, especially people who have deep purposes to serve, which I believe we all do, are really supported by this business model to show up in that purpose. And that is through this concept of leveraged economy. So we have artists who can really truly show up to create their art and give their art, and not just hustle their art to pay the bills. We have parents who can really truly show up, like Tanya, to be present, like myself, with our children in our lives, and work our businesses where we fit it in throughout the day, throughout the week. We have practitioners who, like Tanya, have really discovered the power of these superfoods as a wellness platform that then gives a foundation to everything else that you're doing. So when you can hit the health of the human body on that cellular level, now if you're a practitioner, now all of your other modalities have a better chance of serving your patients and clients. Not only that, with this model, you can reach more people, like Tanya said, right? You can only see so many one-on-one clients in a day. And with this model, by sharing with certain people, and they're sharing with certain people, and they're sharing with certain people, we build an organization where hundreds and thousands of people are being served from your one organization, because you said yes to this and started to build your own income stream with this. Now, again, back to my story. This was all brand new to me. I knew nothing. I didn't have Wi-Fi. I didn't have a computer. I didn't have money. I didn't have a network. I didn't have Instagram. I didn't have a professional background. I didn't have a career. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. Trust me. We have the tools, the resources. This business model is called network marketing. It's a combination of affiliate or referral marketing with team building and leadership development. When you marry the two, miracles happen. And I have been told by many expert financial literacy gurus out there, for experts, they will say that network marketing is the easiest entry level way to start to build your wealth and your financial portfolio. So I've since now learning about financial literacy, learning the power of investing, first investing our time, creating residual income, and then when you have wealth, now starting to invest it in other places. And like Tanya said, multiple streams. So this is a sacred network of healers, absolutely. And artists and dreamers and parents and teachers and all of the people who are doing great work on this planet to change the trajectory of where this world is headed to in a better direction. And that's why this work is truly transforming families, communities, and the planet. And I want to bring on another speaker, another powerful woman, an activist who is now finding her own activism within the business of network marketing. And that's Stephanie Dawn. Would you come and share your story with us, please?
Yes, with pleasure. Thank you so much, Christina. Hello, beautiful people. When I found Purium, I had been an activist for approximately 25 years, an environmental, social justice activist. I lived on an organic farm, and I used to be that person that would go into Ralph's and Trader Joe's in Southern California, and I'd say, "Where's your organic produce?" Because they didn't have it, and I wanted to buy it. And so that was me. I was the squeaky wheel. And you see what the Safeways have now, you see what Trader Joe's have now, and there's a lot of organic produce all over the place. So however, what I've since learned about organics and superfoods is that even though I was eating organic food, I was not aware of the amount of glyphosate that was even finding its way into organic produce. And, of course, like many of us, it's hard to eat just organic food all the time, especially when we eat out. And so glyphosate is everywhere. It's omnipresent. And I also wasn't aware of the daily need for superfoods, so there's a whole lot I could tell you about my health journey, but I really want to stay on the wealth trajectory here. And what I want you to know predominantly is that I wasn't looking for another stream of income when I found Purium. I was looking for a health transformation. And I was a very busy business coach leading a very sedentary life, working online, predominantly mentoring women entrepreneurs to help them double and triple their income. And so when I found this product, these protocols, and this business, I got really excited because I worked predominantly in the birth world, and I knew a lot of moms were suffering, as I had been 10 years postpartum. I really needed help. And so I began to share in a very casual way, and I started ranking up through the company without even trying. And I was like, what's possible if I actually tried? What if I really applied myself to this business model? What's possible here? And so I got really, really, really excited. And little by little, I've ranked up through the company, and I'm regarded as a leader in our company now. And really, I'm so 7 years in, and I'm not going anywhere. I love what we have here. It's completely in alignment with my values of being that environmental activist for so long. I love our founders. I love what we have here. And I love the people, that means you, that's being attracted to this opportunity. We are going nowhere but up as a company. And, just the last thing that I want to say is that I was very fortunate to act as the chair of the Million Mom Movement Council, which is the activist arm of our superfoods company. And the Million Mom Movement, we're working to create, you know, 1 million strong of moms, dads, caregivers, aunties, grandparents, concerned citizens to really share what it is that we have here. And it cannot be done without more people joining this mission. So you're invited by me tonight. Thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. I love you. And so if you are getting lit up about the possibility of changing your own financial story, drop a 4 in the comments. If you're getting lit up about the ability to change your community's reality because of the resources that are able to be proliferated, from food to education to art to, you know, all of the things that money can support, drop a 5. And if you're lit up about being part of a movement that's literally changing the planet, drop us a 6. And I want to tell you how to get started. First of all, your timing is amazing because we have this new year whole being renewal transformation coming in right now is so powerful from a business standpoint because you get to invite people to join you in that. This is the biggest transformation time of the year. At the beginning of the year, everybody's ready to look better, feel better, make more money, and we have all of those solutions for a pretty low investment to get started with something that can become an unlimited residual income stream and a lifetime of health. It's so much better to invest in our health now than pay for our sickness later. It is so much better to pay the farmer now than to pay the pharmaceutical industry later. So we have everything that hits all the buttons for people right now. And coming in, you get access to all of these tools, all of the mentorship, all of that for free, simply with the cost of your 30 days of superfoods. That's amazing. We have various packages. Like Rachel said, we have our basic pack for $11 a day, or you can go all the way and include the athlete's transformation up to $17 a day and various ones in between. So for the cost, you get a whole business in a box just for the cost of your own nutrition. You're going to have your transformation. You can invite people to join you even before you've ever tried it and say, hey, I'm going to do this thing. You want to learn more about it? You can invite them to this same call next Tuesday at the exact same time to come learn more and see if they want to do it with you. We have fast start bonuses, which are double bonuses for reaching certain goals within a certain time period at the beginning of your career, on top of commissions. $3,500 in fast start bonuses, all on top of commissions within the first 3 months or so. And that's just the beginning. That's the beginning of what you're building. It can be, you can get all that in less than 3 months. And then, as you've heard, what you can build is something that can become a 6-7 figure unlimited income stream. So the way to get started is to get with a person who is sharing this with you. If you're here live or you're catching the replay, they have a 25% discount code for you off the retail price of your 30 days of superfoods. Most of us are going to go into this for a 30-day or up to 90-day transformation, or like Rachel said, on and on, ongoing. Most of us are all maintaining with flooding ourselves with all kinds of superfoods from the 70 or so products that the company carries. And we have everything that is really here to support families to thrive and be free and remember who we are, which is beings of love, and to come home to our hearts and be here to proliferate unconditional love on this planet. So thank you everybody for being here today. Thank you for taking the time, and ask yourself, who do I want to share this with? Who else is seeking some of these solutions and you can connect with? So get with the person who's sharing this with you, and start to reach out to other people who might want to go on this journey with you, or at least learn and see if it resonates. Thank you all, and thanks to our speakers.
Thank you.